So, this presentation, we are going to talk about parking at the University of Kentucky. And this is basically for students who need help with parking and what we think is best for students and even teachers. Um, and then we're going to talk about the attention, like our audience. And for the attention, we're going to say students at the University of Kentucky have lately complained about parking. Um, Tickets are being piled up, and the school is taking advantage of opportunities to penalize someone. There's no grace period during which students are free to park anywhere. Um, Most parking is permitted and paid. You have to pay for it, and I think it's a bad idea because it costs a lot of money to go to school already, and adding tickets, and if you don't pay your tickets you get booed, and if you don't pay your boot you get towed, which is even more money on top of that. For the need, um
I can cover need. We all know the impact of stress on not only physical but mental health. Additionally, we know that young adults between the ages of 25 and 18, the age range most of our students are in, there's a reported 1 in 3 experience a mental illness. With this being our reality, it's important to set students up for success and remove any unnecessary stressors. The lack of parking access is extremely stressful to students, and this is increasingly problematic for low-income students who may struggle to afford a parking pass, off-campus students who make up 67% of the student population, or commuting students, and those who need to leave campus for work, medical needs, or personal needs. As far as the specifics of parking on campus, there are 4 main types of UK parking permits: residential, residential periphery, commuter, and commuter periphery. The residential or commuter refers to whether the student lives on campus or off campus, and periphery allows students to park at K Lot at Kroger Field. The pricing range from $506 to $272 for the duration of the 8-month academic year. While I struggle to find tangible data about the total amount of students bring a car and the total amount of permits available, almost all of the permits are currently sold out and are distributed in limited quantities. Additionally, from talking to students across campus, I can confidently say that the consensus is that permits are difficult to obtain and parking is an expensive and overall stressful and inconvenient task.
no one is
Uh,
I'll take satisfaction. No one is going to be satisfied with getting multiple parking tickets for parking without a permit in permitted areas. The first step to avoid parking tickets is being able to afford a parking permit. Parking permits at the University of Kentucky tend to be quite expensive, and not has the financial stability to purchase a parking pass. Lex Parking should lower the price of the passes to allow people that are not financially stable to be able to purchase one. Although financial problems are a possibility, purchasing one of these parking passes will benefit us students to be able to park in designated locations. Having a parking permit will allow us to not get ticketed in these locations, and a certain amount of tickets to lead to a boot or not paying for the boot could even get us towed, which is everyone's nightmare. Um, it could also help with our stress levels if we don't have to worry about getting a ticket while we're in class. I think it'll definitely improve our grades and keep us focused while we're in lectures. For visualization, um, depending on where you can park, there's pay to park, which is only $2 an hour, which is definitely better than getting a $300 parking permit. But over time, those $2 add up, and lowering the price of a parking pass will definitely be better than paying $2 an hour, depending on how long your classes are. Also, $2 does not add up to as quickly as $30 in tickets for just paying the $2 an hour.
For action, uh, uh, during the week. So I'm a student that lives off campus. So like during the week, I think we should be able to park on campus for free after hours. Because we still have to use the library, the gym, and some of us still use the dining hall sometimes. So, um, just being able to just use the parking lots, especially after campus hours, like school is out, teachers are gone, and everything. I really feel like the lot should be for they should be free, or the institution they could also lower the cost for parking from like $2 and maybe just $1 an hour, just to um just to help out students that don't live on campus, so we can still utilize on campus stuff. Because the campus, they have to realize that there are students that they live off campus, and there are other students that also they're just not making enough money to pay parking tickets and pay for the parking pass, because the parking pass is already pretty tough to get if you want a nice decent lot close to school.
I'm gonna add on to that. Even as like an athlete at Kentucky, you still have to buy parking permits. And as an athlete, we don't get to have jobs, so it makes it even harder to purchase a parking pass. So just the university allowing students that live off campus, athletes or not, to be able to afford a parking pass would definitely benefit everyone else.
In conclusion,
Thank you.
having access to convenient and affordable parking is really important for all students. Commuters, low-income students, people that need to get off campus for jobs, health, personal reasons, like you all mentioned, athletes that might not have time for jobs. It's important to help support them by improving this issue. From a mental health perspective, reducing unnecessary stressors is really helpful. Overall, this is one way that we can support academic success, and it should be more prioritized.
Summary. It's easy to fall behind and lose track of your tickets. Like my friend, they over the summertime they had like 5 tickets pile up, and then they got a boot in their car, so they had to pay the tickets and then they had to pay the boot. And it was just so much for them to handle, because they don't live on campus. They have to pay rent, and they also have to pay for other living expenses. So having to pay for those tickets, when those tickets were coming from work, her coming to work um at school, and if you're an employee, you still have to pay for parking tickets too. So you know I just feel like you know um you know they should do something about the parking. You know, paying $2 a park or avoid paying a parking ticket. It's really annoying when you're an employee and you have to pay for parking, and you'll still get a ticket for being at work.
These are our references.